Millions of Americans spent the pandemic paying down our credit cards, but it's a habit we didn't keep. KSL consumer investigator Matt Gephardt is looking into new data that shows spending up, and so is debt. Matt?
Yeah, Deanie, more than once we reported how credit card balances were actually going down last year as people spent less and received stimulus checks. But what a difference a reopening economy can make.
Oh, yes, the economy is on the mend. Live music once again in the air, restaurants serving meals, travelers zipping through airports on their way to big vacations, and once again, people are using plastic to pay for it all.
We don't want things to go back to exactly the way they were.
That's Ted Rossman of CreditCards.com reacting to the Federal Reserve's report of a 10% rise in credit use last May. That is the biggest jump in that borrowing benchmark since 2016, and is a major change of course compared to last year when consumer credit use actually dropped. Rossman fears that pent-up demand has some consumers' eyes growing larger than their stomachs.
I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to travel, I want to go to this event and this game and this concert, but it's not going to be any fun to have a hefty credit card bill.
Yeah, and keep in mind the average credit card interest rate is still fairly high, around 16%, which could send average card balances right back up. Not helping things, inflation. In May, we saw a 5% jump in inflation, that on top of April's 4.2% increase. Dramatically rising prices of goods and services could prompt consumers to need to reach for their credit cards. And even if we're feeling positive about a reopening economy and our own financial outlook, Rossman says we should keep our credit card use in check.
When you don't have debt, it does open up a lot of other avenues. You can make a lot more choices, whether it's investing or changing jobs or buying a house or even just sleeping better at night.
All right, but let's call a spade a spade. It's not like debt went away during the pandemic. According to Bankrate.com, about the time that vaccines began rolling out, American consumer debt still stood at $14.2 trillion. The average credit card debt per person, about $5,300. If you got something you want us to look into, let us know about it. The number 385-707-6153. Or you can email me, Matt@ksl.com.
Yeah, it's like that analyst said, so much that all of a sudden now you can do and you want to do.
So bad.
It's hard. All right, thanks.
Yep.